The battlefield had gone quiet in the most terrifying way possible. Not the silence of peace. Not the silence of victory. The silence of something finished wrong. Commander Thirlin of the Valari lay half-buried beneath twisted metal and shattered crystal plating, her breath shallow, her body trembling with pain she no longer had the strength to suppress. Smoke drifted across the ruined valley in slow, lazy spirals, illuminated by distant fires that burned where fleets had fallen from the sky. Her people were gone. Some dead. Some captured. Some scattered so far across the planet that even Valari long-range sensors could not find them. And Thirlin, once commander of the 3rd Stellar Phalanx, was alone. Her left wing was crushed beneath debris, nerves screaming every time she tried to move. Her armor's energy lattice had collapsed hours ago, leaving only cracked ceremonial plates and fading glyphs that no longer meant protection. She had sent the last distress signal herself. No answer came. Valari commanders were trained to accept death with dignity, to meditate, to record final thoughts, to fade quietly so the mind could return to the great light. Thirlin tried, but the pain was too sharp. And the fear, small, humiliating, undeniable, would not release its grip. She did not want to die here. Not forgotten. Not broken. Her vision blurred. Then, something changed. A sound. Not the hiss of burning wreckage. Not the distant thunder of collapsing shields. Footsteps. Heavy. Rhythmic. Wrong for Valari or the enemy that had crushed them. Thirlin's eyes snapped open. A tall figure moved through the smoke, silhouette sharp and unmistakably solid. Armor unlike any she had seen before, angular, utilitarian, scarred by use rather than ornament. A rifle rested easily in his hands, barrel tracking the horizon with disciplined precision. A human. Her breath caught painfully. Humans were new to this war, new to this quadrant. Their fleets had arrived late, their numbers few, their technology inelegant. But rumors traveled faster than fleets. Humans did not retreat easily. Humans did not abandon allies. And humans, when angered, fought like the universe itself had personally offended them. The soldier stopped. His helmet turned slowly, scanning. Then it snapped toward her. Contact, a voice said, filtered, male, calm. One survivor. Repeat, one survivor. Thirlin tried to speak. Only a broken sound escaped her throat. The human was at her side in seconds. Easy, he said, kneeling carefully, movements precise and controlled. You're safe. I've got you. Safe. The word barely made sense anymore. His visor retracted, revealing a human face marked by exhaustion and quiet focus. Dark eyes took in her injuries in a fraction of a second, already calculating, already planning. You're Valari, he said. Commander rank, if those insignia are accurate. She nodded weakly. I'm Sergeant Daniel Cross, United Earth Expeditionary Forces, he said. You're not dying today. Understand? She wanted to believe him. She really did. But Valari physiology was fragile once the neural wing bond was damaged. Without proper treatment. Her vision dimmed again. Daniel cursed softly. Hey. Stay with me, he said, placing a gloved hand against her shoulder, warm, grounding. I need you awake. I cannot move, Thirlin whispered. I know, he replied. That's my job. Enemy drones swept overhead. Daniel activated his camouflage field, dragging debris over both of them with efficient speed. Plasma fire cracked in the distance. The battle was not finished, it had simply moved elsewhere. He worked quickly, cutting away shattered armor, applying stabilizers he'd never tested on an alien before. His medical AI protested constantly. He ignored it. Human medicine is incompatible, Thirlin murmured faintly. Daniel snorted. So is most of the stuff I do. He injected a low-dose universal stabilizer, praying Valari biology wouldn't reject it. Thirlin gasped. Then her breathing steadied. Her eyes widened slightly. It helped, she said. Told you, he replied. Humans adapt. She studied him through pain-hazed vision. Why are you here? She asked. This world was declared lost. Daniel's jaw tightened. Because someone sent a signal, he said. And humans don't ignore calls for help. Extraction would be impossible with enemy patrols saturating the airspace. Daniel knew it. So he chose the only option left. He lifted her. Even wounded, even armored, Thirlin was light compared to human combat loads, but she felt impossibly fragile in his arms. Her wings hung uselessly, brushing against his armor with every step. You should leave me, she said quietly. I will slow you down. No, Daniel said flatly. Your mission changed, he cut in. Now it's you. Enemy fire lit the valley. Daniel ran. He moved with relentless determination, weaving through wreckage, shielding her with his own body as explosions thundered behind them. His armor screamed warnings. His lungs burned. He did not stop. At one point, shrapnel tore into his side. He grunted, but kept moving. Human, Thirlin whispered in disbelief. You are injured. Later problem, he said. You're the priority. Something in her chest tightened painfully, different from her wounds. They reached a ravine where human forces had dug in, automated turrets humming as they tracked targets. A dropship screamed overhead, lowering cables through smoke and fire. Daniel secured Thirlin into the harness first. Hold on, he said. We're going up. She looked at him, really looked. You could have escaped alone, she said. He met her gaze. That's not how we fight. The cable pulled them skyward. Enemy fire chased them, scorching the air, but the dropship's guns answered with brutal efficiency. Within moments, the battlefield fell away beneath them. Thirlin's strength finally failed. She collapsed against Daniel's chest, consciousness slipping. The last thing she felt was his arms tightening, protective and unwavering. She awoke to soft light and unfamiliar sounds. Medical equipment, human voices, clean air. Thirlin lay in a recovery chamber aboard a human medical frigate, her wings supported by advanced lattice braces, her pain reduced to a dull echo. Alive. A figure sat beside her. Daniel. His armor was gone, replaced by simple fatigues. His side was bandaged, his face pale with exhaustion. You're awake, he said, relief evident in his voice. You stayed, she murmured. Yeah, he said. Figured I owed you a proper recovery. Her voice trembled despite herself. My people, they will remember this, she said. The Valari do not forget debts. Daniel smiled faintly. Didn't do it for a debt. Then why? She asked. He considered the question. Because no one deserves to be left alone on a battlefield, he said simply. Thirlin closed her eyes. For the first time since the war began, she felt safe. Weeks later, when Valari diplomats arrived and the war's tides began to turn, stories spread across Allied systems. Of a human soldier who ran into fire to save a fallen commander. Of a species that refused to measure lives by probability or convenience. Of warriors who believed that saving one could matter as much as winning a war. And whenever Thirlin told the story herself, she always ended it the same way. I was wounded. I was alone, and the universe was ready to forget me. Then a human soldier arrived and decided the universe was wrong.